Originally this was supposed to be the 10k Q&A special, but what happened is I blinked and now I have 50k subscribers. So yeah, this is now the 50k special Q&A, not 10k anymore. I announced on both Instagram and Twitter that I'd be responding to your questions, and yeah, here we are. So let's begin. The first question is from the other Quarot, who asks, where are you from? Well, to give you an idea, my mom is from Italy, while my dad is from Uruguay. But right now I live in Alsace, France, so pretty much right next to Germany. I was born in Lörrach, Germany, but grew up most of my childhood in Italy, and now I live in France. Because of this, my parents wanted to make sure that I spoke Italian, German, and Spanish. Even though I kind of began speaking Spanish kind of late, my dad would get mad at me because I didn't speak enough Spanish. So right now I'm kind of trying to work on my Spanish more. Question number 2 by Notorious PEN says, when did you start drawing? Well, to be honest, I've been drawing since I can remember, basically. Ever since kindergarten, I've been doodling and drawing cars. I would always draw cars with like really big engines that are just like fire spitting out. It's very over the top. And I also had me and my older brother also used to draw a lot of cars, but my brother kind of stopped drawing. He didn't really grow much of an interest in drawing stuff. Meanwhile, me on the other hand kind of just went along. Even though 80% of the time the only thing I drew as a kid was either cars or knights. I had a thing for knights and armor and helmets, swords. I had like a weird obsession. But there was like a point where I kind of stopped drawing altogether. I don't remember when. I think it was like around middle school. Like early middle school, I kind of stopped. I only started to draw again after I got into anime, so yeah. Oregano Clay asks, do you prefer digital art or traditional forms of drawing and animation? Truth be told, I use both of them. For example, I still like use traditional art to make sketches and like concept designs. And for digital art, I use it mostly for coloring, because if you haven't noticed, my digital art isn't exactly very clean. But obviously both styles have their benefits. But overall, I'm actually fairly new to digital art. Like I've started drawing digitally almost like I think 5 months ago. So I'm still fairly new to it, so yeah, I'm also kind of a beginner with digital art. I've been doing traditional art way longer. Don Burjotto asks, biggest artistic influences and inspiration on you? Well, I guess my biggest influence would be Yuric Araki, the mangaka of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And also Tatsuo Hara, he's the main artist of Fistful North Star. Like their art style are probably like the biggest inspiration, but another inspiration would be like some Twitter artists. For example, I really like Konto, he's like a Brazilian artist. He makes really great art in my opinion. And another inspiration would probably be Felinxi, like their art is also very great. Highly recommend it. Another inspiration would be Korn. I always liked her history-based art. It's like one of the main inspiration for like the clothes of the characters I make. John the Tan asks, I've watched some of your YouTube vids and I was wondering if you're into history. Well, yeah, I'm kind of a history buff. I'm not like super dedicated, but I am very interested in history. I like studying history because it can give you context on why things the way they are, but you have to remember that history doesn't always give you answers. It will give you the context, but it doesn't always give you answer to the current problem. Well, I like also history because it can explain to me why things are the way they are. For example, or 5 years ago, I had no idea why Uzbekistan exists. But with history now I know why, which is pretty cool, I guess. Breezy Steely asks, what gave you the idea to decide the gender of each country? Well, to be honest, there isn't a rule. Basically, I usually draw them as male or female depending on the mood or what I want to show, I guess. But overall, there's no real rule I follow. Like, I do have like a female version. For example, I have a female version for Germany and also a male version of France, which I still haven't really used in one of my videos. But overall, there isn't really a rule. So you can, even for example, if someone wants to make like fan art or something like that, I don't mind if they draw them as male or female, because it's flexible, because this isn't really set in stone, because at the end of the day you have to remember their countries. So I don't think soil has a gender. So yeah. Next question is by Kaiser Mario 74, who asks, which is your favorite country? To be honest, I don't really have one. And me, Free, asks, why Big Booba? Well, that's because I like girls with big booba. If the way I draw women bothers you, then go cry me a river about it. AJ Sarts asks, what was your first reaction seeing that your channel blew up all of a sudden? Well, I guess my first reaction was excitement, but on the other hand, I felt very lightheaded. For example, there was a point where I almost had difficulty standing up straight because my head was all light over the excitement. I guess it was kind of like a weird high I was feeling at the time, but now it has kind of gone away. Like, I don't really experience that anymore. So I guess my body has gotten used to it. But overall, it was very. Obviously, it's kind of scary having so much attention now. Tetrapex asks, face reveal? I bet you're handsome rogue in real life. Yeah, that's right, I'm very sexy and hot. I'm just like Captain America, but more Italian. But no, on a serious note, I don't really plan on doing like a face reveal, because I like to maintain face secret. So, because I don't want to end up like a lot of big star YouTubers who are famous and have a very recognizable face, because they always get like stopped and people constantly asking them for selfies and things like that. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's not really something for me. I don't know, it kind of comes off as pretentious, going, oh, look at me, I'm such a big celebrity. If people were to know my face, they would be constantly recognize me. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that I like to keep some stuff private and to, live my own life. Like, you have Yuric, but then you have Eric, and I want you guys to remember that. Nomad Rome asks, oh, okay, have you played Civilization before? Seems like something you'd like and have someone with. Well, to be honest, I never played Civilization. Not because I don't want to, it's because I don't have the money. And that's basically the only reason. Now I'm moving on to the questions on Twitter. The first Twitter question is by Silvio Cario is which of the country OCs is your favorite by design? I'll probably go with either Germany, France, and Poland. Those three are probably my favorites. The next question is by Cake King and asks, do you plan to make riskier art in the near future and all? I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm gonna make like not safe for work stuff. To be honest, I don't mind it if people like make not safe for work art of my OCs. I don't really mind, to be honest. But I myself don't really think of doing any, because I'm not very good at it, because you don't realize how hard it is to draw a good-looking pee-pee without it looking stupid or weird. And the last question for today is by Emilio, probably. How well do you know your 50 states? Bonus points if you make characters out of the ones you know. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said before, I don't live in the US, so I don't have all the 50 states in mind. Like, I do know about Texas because of that one SpongeBob episode. I'm pretty sure anyone who's watched SpongeBob has the shape of Texas like engraved in their brain. And so yeah, I don't really know many. I only know California and Texas, Ohio, Wyoming, Florida, and only the ones that have like memes. Like the rest I don't really know. At the end, I wanted to tell you guys, thank you for the 50,000 subscribers. It's kind of crazy that there's so many people out there now subscribe watching my stuff. Like, already 2 of my videos have almost 1 million views, so that's pretty scary, but also very exciting, because I don't know how to explain this, but I'm very happy for all the support you've been giving, and there's nothing makes me happier than watching you guys enjoying my stuff. And aside from that, I want to say thank you. Yeah, I'm not very good with words, basically, and also there won't be any like featured art in this video because I'll put them on the next video. So goodbye, and yeah, have a nice day or evening or whatever you have right now.